The riverine landscape of the Mura, Drava, and the Danube rivers, an area spanning almost 1 million hectares and 700 kilometers of rivers across Austria, Hungary, Croatia, and Serbia, became a place where nature and people can thrive together. The first 5-country biosphere reserve, proclaimed by UNESCO, connects almost 1 million people and is known as the Amazon of Europe because of its unique habitats and an abundance of rare and endangered species. The cooperation of different sectors led to various EU co-financed projects with a combined investment of over 20 million euros. This includes river restoration, sustainable business practices, and enhanced cross-border conservation and management. One of those is lifelineMDD, the project that addresses these issues with a cross-sectoral partnership, aiming to improve connectivity and biodiversity within the Mura-Drava-Danube river corridor by restoration of natural river dynamics.
The lifelineMDD project has different foci, so different fields of work. So we are doing education activities, river restoration activities, awareness raising, and all of these lead to or contribute to the strategic plan towards the TBR-MDD that was designated by the UNESCO in 2021. And we are now also developing a river restoration toolbox and a river restoration strategy that is then also being implemented, hopefully, in future projects and thereby contributing to the overall goal of TBR-MDD.
Yes, science in this project is very important to understand the changes that are occurring, so changes which may be detrimental to riverine species. So there are several studies involved in this project to identify the status at one stage, also the changes that are occurring, but also the root causes of, to identify the causes of some changes which you want to counteract with restoration.
We have a lot of scientific studies in the frame of the project. So we have biotic studies, so fish study, bird study, but we also have abiotic studies, so sediment studies, river training structures and climate change. And all of this leads to the synthesis report on science-based needs for action. So based on this report, we will then define restoration potentials or stretches where restoration would make most sense.
In lifelineMDD, I'm involved in the sediment study, which means looking at the conditions for sediment transport. So the problem we have in the TBR-MDD area is that the river was channelized. So channelization means that the river got steeper, at the same time narrower, so the water became deeper, so it could move more sediment. Regarding sediment management, what we need in the TBR-MDD is management on a 5-country level. So we need to take care about the permeability through dams, but also replace it by artificial sediment supply if required, so that we have really enough sediment in the system. But also to take care about the boundary conditions for transport. We need to allow the river to widen, to have the width, and also to be less steep, to maintain the sediment in the system and also the water for a longer time.
River dynamics and natural morphological processes are the key for the long-term preservation of the transboundary Mura-Drava-Danube river ecosystem. And river breeding birds serve as indicator species groups to assess the ecological functionality of the river corridor in all connectivity dimensions. Therefore, in the project lifelineMDD, the first ever complete 5-country field mapping of river breeding birds in the TBR Mura-Drava-Danube was implemented. First in the year 2021 and second in the 2022. The aim of the study was also to use these results of birds mapping to define the potential restoration sites on Mura, Drava and Danube, and also to use these results together with future continuous long-term river bird monitoring as a tool for the impact assessment of the restoration projects.
Čini mi se da smo izašli dosta davno iz vremena kada su sektori imali svoje politike, svoje načine gledanja na stvari, svoju legislativu koja je omogućavala i branila određene stvari i da smo neminovno u vremenu sa isprepletanim sektorskim interesima koji svi zajedno, a i svaki pojedinačno istovremeno utiču na prirodu. Rješenja koja ti sektori proizvode i problemi koji proizvode ne mogu da se rešavaju ako se ne uključe svi zajedno. Tako da, budući da je to vreme prošlo, sada smo u vremenu kada moramo naučiti, ako to već do sada nismo, razgovarati i sa sektorima koji su neprijateljski prema prirodi i sa sektorima koji imaju druge poglede i sa predominantnim ekonomskim interesima i sa onima za koje smatramo da su eksploatatori.
Bez uključivanja ljudi i lokalne zajednice nema smisla čuvati samo određene ekosisteme, biljke, životinje koje žive u njima, jer ljudska zajednica direktno, koristeći prirodne resurse i uopšte živeći na tom prostoru, može da nam bude izuzetno važnosti u zajedničkoj borbi za očuvanje ovakvih ekosistema. Iz ukupno 5 zemalja koji učestvuju u projektu imali smo po 2 lokalna, nacionalna trenera. Oni su edukovali ukupno 100-ak lokalnih edukatora, u Austriji, Mađarskoj, Sloveniji, Hrvatskoj i Srbiji. Oni su nosioci tih veština i novostečenih znanja i oni će svojim ciljnim grupama, koji su uglavnom deca i omladina, preneti ono što su naučili za sve ovo vreme.
In the field, we collected data on the number and distribution of breeding sites for 7 river breeding bird species. These are little terns, common terns, little ringed plover, common sandpiper, sand martin, common kingfisher and European bee-eater.
We are doing the fish study within this project here. So basically we are fishing several stretches of the Mura and Drava rivers from upstream to downstream, And we've been here now for a week, and it's a very highly interesting river system. We are sampling several stretches with electrofishing, so we have 2 boats on the river, and we catch the fish, we count them, we measure them, we weigh them, and then we release them back into the river again to assess what species we have here, what the abundances are, and also how the species composition changes along the river course.
Ja, durch die Flussrenaturierungen schaffen wir natürlich auch Bereiche, wo wir versuchen, die Menschen an die Natur heranzuführen. Das heißt, sie können die Flüsse besuchen, sie können die Tiere beobachten, sie können sich dort erholen, sie können dort Sport machen, Wassersport, sie können dort auch baden, teilweise in den renaturierten Flüssen. Und man schafft somit Wohlfühlräume, wo sich Mensch und Natur gemeinsam treffen und eins werden können.
With all of these activities, we hope that people will get more aware and also more positive about what happens in the TBRMDD, so about restorations that are undertaken, and that they will support then future projects that are aiming also on restoring nature, restoring rivers, and thereby also contributing to their personal benefits or professional benefits.
Over the last 2.5 years, 12 project partners and a further 17 associated strategic partners from various thematic areas collaborated to improve biodiversity and restore the natural river dynamics. This project showcases how collaboration among various stakeholders and partners from different organizations leads to big achievements and memorable results for the benefit of nature and people.